off the vote, right? I mean, we do a huge voter registration drive every time. And that's part of it, that's our piece of it. Look, it's accountability time. You know, we've worked, we'll show you the voting records, we'll put the candidate comparisons out that say, this is how this person voted, and votes don't lie. You know, you can watch TV all you want, and they'll throw fluffy commercials out, but votes don't lie. When we have thousands of people of our mothers laid off and awful things, plant closures and things going on right now, we just can't afford them.
You know, there's so few things in the world that I don't have some mixed feelings about. But I have no mixed feelings about this. This thing, it not only works to make democracy work, I mean, getting people to communicate with the people that we elect and give money to, but also it makes them fuller human beings. You know, standing up for yourself. You're not a fully human unless you learn to do that, and that starts here.
And again, you know, working here for who we work for, this should be you. We do it every day. You know, or help others to do it. You know, so I'm hoping over some time here that we really getting in a place in this local of this thing that is seamlessly and everybody knows what's going on all the time, and our field staff feel like they're engaged in it. And so, you know, it always brings solidarity. Locals who have good weather response programs have higher solidarity always.
Yeah.
Because they talk.
I have a question about this. I live in the down south family spoke with my neighbors. Oftentimes they were voting for people in elected offices who weren't protecting their interests, but they were trying to. So is anybody on that thing? That's for you guys.
This is a live feed, yes. Nobody's on there though. You're fine.
Do you find there's sort of studies you perform that overall in our country, USW members really are doing a better job in their information?
In the places that we know they're communicating with each other, absolutely.
Well, that's really nice.
Absolutely. And one of the other things we tell people too, you know, I was in Minnesota and just did a training up by the Ironman. And so look, we spend more time with our coworkers, most days, more waking hours than we do with our. And I said, when you're at work, who do you trust with your life? You have to trust the people around you. Well, then we should care enough to have, even if it's a little bit of an uncomfortable conversation, and I don't like using that word, it's legislative. Politics are that's politicians and it's got a negative connotation. Let's talk about legislative. Because that's what we're concerned about, are they laws that are right?
Whether they want to change or not to do.
Right. So care enough to have that quick conversation and let them know what's going on. What they do with it ultimately is their own, but you care enough to have it, as opposed to just letting them go home and turn on Fox News and getting a bunch of poison spews. Because those are the people who don't want us around, you know. So yeah, that's where that one-on-one contact, and people are generally pretty receptive to that. They're like, yeah, you're right, you know.
We've got accountability of people, though. I mean, if people are legislators accountable and we routinely almost expertly criticize or just drop information with regards to how they're voting, girls are before they use that they're options to different things. I think it needs more true, and people do kind of need to do the paper to see how they feel commercial. And they say, well, no, actually, we still have because 2 weeks ago he voted for this. He's going back against the UK. I think it's incredibly important in this day and age that we have about a 15 to 20 second attention span to really put out the information in a way that you can get it quickly and feel that it's a reliable source that we see. Because one of the biggest issues our president faces is just such a level of cognitive business. Even with the facts that get out there, they're not real facts, they're just good facts. Just factual information.
But voting records don't lie.
Right, voting records don't lie. And I think that's an incredibly important thing, or at least we should put out, little hard over statistics and figures and well that resource isn't reliable and this source isn't reliable and these people are biased and so on and so forth. But if we state the voting record just it doesn't lie. And if you want to get more information on what they voted on, to see if then that's kind of the first step. Then they vote on, and then if they vote, and then, it is this piece of legislation that my representative or my legislator is voting on. I don't think people care enough about this politics even that there's no option.
The idea is to make at least our members,
Right.
they get strong, because the logic in that is if I take the time to write a letter or make a phone call or have a conversation with a coworker, maybe tonight when I have a beer after work, I might strike up a conversation with the person beside me. Maybe the, while I'm watching my daughter play ball, I might strike up a conversation with the person beside me. So it kind of trickles out, and we do local actions all the time with different locals who have, right now in Piketon, there's a nuclear funding problem. That whole community is now engaged with what rapid response in that area is pushing. The Ormet situation, when it went down, the whole community was wrapped up in that. And if we get locals to a place where they're comfortable communicating locally with their electeds, whether it's commissioners or whoever it is, to get to a labor dispute, it's easier to politically navigate that, right? If we're already familiar, if they at least know who we are, because we have a.
You know, just show up when you need something.
Right. There's a whole bunch of reasons that this makes locals stronger, that trickle all the way down to party.
I've got a question. Like when people call their, congressman or woman or senator, I've made the calls, and usually I'll just say, please have, Representative blah, 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 vote in favor or against blah, 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 and please pass that on. Is that okay to do, or do you want to,
No, that's fine.
are people supposed to go find a particular staffer and talk to them at length?
Only
just how?
if that needs to happen, we'll specifically target somebody, and we'll put that out there. But generally, we have this great call Congress line now, where, you make the call,
One number.
if you need briefed on the issue, there's a recording that will brief you.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're gonna get directly connected, and it's very easy to use. And we're able to track those calls.
It'll be multiple calls, Send that to you.
It'll be, it's Senate
Senate
and House,
and-
yes. And we're able to break that down even on the state level. It's one of the AFL's tools, kind of. But in Missouri, we were able to get a number where it breaks it out to, the state Senate or the state assembly members. And because we're able to track those calls, when Roxy Brown called us from DC and said I was in so-and-so's office and they said they're not hearing from us, we can call her back and say, here's the spreadsheet, yes, they are. And then sometimes those things sort of changes.
That's
A
great.
little bit. So the tracking and the accountability that we have now, that we didn't have before, is amazing.
And the other thing is, because it's so easy, then, Jim Smith can say, that Amber Miller, she's a pain in the ass, but, it really wasn't so hard.
It's cool to go out and do a training somewhere and see somebody who's never made a phone call like that in their life, do it in 30 seconds and be like, oh, well, that was fun. You know what I mean? And then they're able to do it again. I think it's intimidating for people because they feel like they're so disconnected from the process that they don't make that call, right? And so the idea is to train them in a way to make sure that they know that, we're the driving force in that. We need to be making that call because somebody is sitting in that office quicker than you. And likely not on that side. I don't think
That's great.
that we have someone.
Thanks, Amber. That was
Great,
wonderful.
thank you. I'll be in touch with everybody.